so tired today. I was in Khine's lab all night last night. I hope I don't fall asleep today in class.
Well, if you do, at least you'll get some candy.
Hey, Avina, let's go. Avina.
Crap, I think she's dead. I better get out of here before someone thinks it's me.
Where's that dead body? Dan. Dan!
What's going on?
Give me the bag! What do I pay you for, man?
Must've been one deadly piece of candy.
You're eating the evidence? Man, why do I pay you again? Alright, I need you to take this to the lab and run some results.
We'll do.
Don't eat it.
Okay.
Where's Abby?
Abby's not here today. She's a sponsor.
Really? So, who are you?
I'm Dan.
Okay, well this was supposed to be for Abby, but here you go. What do you got?
Well, it seems like another case of stent failure. I actually had 4 others this week.
That doesn't seem odd to you at all.
Actually, this never happens. Why am I telling you this? Who are you?
Special Agent Jethro Gibbs.
He only investigates murder.
I know. I always expect murder when Khine's involved. So, what was so important you had to call me down here for?
The reason I called you in today is because we were able to examine the coronary heart stents today. We were able to find some of them using the X-ray machine over here. Others we had to dig for. I had my material science friend, UC Irvine, take a look at the materials, and then we were able to determine the exact material composition, so we can pinpoint which companies made these. However, the case you're particularly interested in, though, they have a bizarre blood-eluting material that we've been running through our analysis machine right up here. It takes a few days, maybe a few hours, hopefully, but we should have some leads to follow up on, right?
Damn good work, Dan.
Yes, sir.
Hello? Oh, well, hey, Special Agent Gibbs. How are you? What? You want to know what a coronary stent is? Well, actually, we don't really do much work with that in this lab. I have a colleague at Orange County Medical who can explain it to you. Yeah, I'll give you his number right now.
Hi, you must be Special Agent Gibbs.
You must be Dan's colleague, Dr. House.
Yeah, come on in. Alright, come on in, have a seat. I'll answer any questions you have for me. Alright? I brought along the slides to help us walk through it.
Perfect. So, Dr. House, what exactly is a coronary stent?
A coronary stent is an artificial tube that's inserted into the body to prevent vascular constriction. It's commonly placed into the coronary artery, and it's typically made out of a metal mesh, but there have been significant modern advancements.
So wait, you're putting metal into a human body. Isn't that going to create some kind of problem?
Yes, biocompatibility is certainly an issue with coronary stents. Typically, the human body has a significant amount of inflammation as a result of the insertion, but these problems can be compensated for by doctors and medicines. Most stents are made out of stainless steel, and there have been a significant number of improvements, as you can see here on the slide. There's currently research being done on making these stents biodegradable or bioabsorbable, and these are avenues that may lead to great discoveries in the future.
So pretty much every stent available is made out of stainless steel?
No, not at all. While many are made out of stainless steel, they're also made out of a wide range of different materials. A lot of them can be seen listed here on this slide. Although a wide range of materials are used for these stents, stainless steel is still the most prevalent, particularly 316L. Many of the material properties of stainless steel are idyllic for coronary stents, and that is why it's the most prevalently used material.
Alright, well, I'd still like to get Dan on the phone just for him to explain why so many of these things have failed recently.
Hello, this is Dan.
Dan, so have there been any more recent cases of stents failing?
Well, we actually had a recent case come in last Friday. Patient Rebecca Black. And she had a Taxus stent by Boston Scientific. And actually had a very low failure rate, about 1%. Guess she was part of it. Well, the stent was actually approved by the FDA back in 2004. It's made of 316L surgical grade stainless steel. And it's delivered with a basic catheter with 2 radio-opaque markers on it so they can see where they install it, which has an active surface coating, paclitaxel. The Taxus stent also has a large variety of sizes and for both balloons and stents, and can accommodate most patients. It has a very low risk of failure. However, there might be some adverse side effects with hypersensitivity to paclitaxel and the polymers involved.
So I heard there were some other cases.
Well, actually, we did have a case come in from the Jersey Shore. Patient Snooky died of coronary failure caused by a drug overdose. Untested levels of the drug, sirolimus, were found in her at the time of the autopsy. She had a Cypher stent, which was produced by a Cordis Corporation. They actually got their FDA approval back in 2003. They use surgical grade stainless steel, 316L, and they have a nominal inflation pressure of about 11 atmospheres. The Cypher stent is a drug-eluting stent, which utilizes the drug sirolimus, which helps with the healing process. The medication is released from the non-resorbable polymer coating. Okay. There are pros for this stent. The risk of reblockage in arteries is about 50% less than non-drug-eluting stents. It's well tested with about 155,000 treated patients, with clinical trials tested on all of them. However, the drug has not been tested with 2 or more stents in the body, and this drug, this concentration of sirolimus, is higher than anything tested yet.
You know, I also recently heard that Charlie Sheen is no longer winning.
Yeah, too much tiger blood. Nah, but really he died of a coronary stent failure.
Okay.
The Nerflex stent is produced by Medinol, and it was approved back in 2003. The Nerflex stent has two kinds of struts that are directly connected to each other. Yeah, the Nerflex stent actually has some advantages. Its closed cell design allows stability and scaffolding, and it's extremely strong due to this stent overlapping. However, blood thinning therapy is not indicated, and it contains nickel, which causes some allergic reactions.
Alright, I'm actually tired of hearing from Dan at this point. I want to hear from the expert on this one. Why did Justin Bieber have to die?
Although he was relatively young, he was suffering from atherosclerosis and needed a coronary stent inserted into his artery. He actually had a multi-link vision stent produced by Abbott Vascular. It is one of the few stents that's made not with 316L stainless steel, but rather laser-cut chromium cobalt. It's sterilized with electron beam radiation and inserted similarly with the catheter balloon system. One of the main pros is it's very biocompatible and it's stronger and requires less material. However, on the downside, it has no surface coatings. As I mentioned, this stent is actually stronger, so he did not die of a mechanical stent failure, but rather from acute myocardial infarction, which is common with these types of stents. And as a note, the type of cobalt chromium alloy used is the L605 version.
So, between the two of you, have you figured out why Vina died yet?
Our initial assumption of blunt force trauma as a result of the candy to the head was proven incorrect. Then we checked her cardiovascular stent. However, the X-ray showed no mechanical failure of the stent, although her blood work did seem a little bit out of the ordinary, so we're running some tests currently. The stent that Avina had was a BioDivCO stent made by Biocompatible Cardiovascular Inc. It was approved back in 2009, so it's pretty recent, It's made out of 316L stainless steel and has a cross-linked phosphorylcholine coating.
Phosphorylcholine group is a lipid head group of membrane of phospholipids. It is a zwitterionic compound, so it has negative and positive charge in the same molecule, but it has no net charge, and it will not absorb proteins, which makes this stent highly durable and stable. Phosphorylcholine was tested with an in vitro experiment with a patch of blood passing through the stent. The results were stunning. We had minimum platelet adhesion after 2 hours, whereas with the bare metal stent, within 1 hour perfusion was started and platelets started clogging the tube.
So, as deadly as these things apparently are, how are they even approved in the first place?
Well, stents are actually relatively safe. The FDA approval process is quite lengthy. There is a pre-market approval in which the FDA determines if these products are safe to be placed into patients' bodies, and then they're evaluated continually by the FDA to determine if the device is safe for continued use.
Medtronic actually has a stent that's going through the approval process right now. It is the most cutting-edge technology to date for stents. It uses sinusoid technology. It's a polymer-free drug-eluting stent and is made out of cobalt chromium alloy. This provides improved deliverability, durability, flexibility, and trackability.
Dan, what is it?
Special Agent Gibbs. It was Dr. Khine. She coated the stent with drug-eluting, highly activated neurotoxin, which caused it to block the neurons from activating in the brain, which caused her heart to stop.
Don't worry, I'm already here.
Okay, get Dr. Khine.